Hey everyone, today we're gonna do a little tarot read, see what we get. I feel like I have to be called to do this for certain readings. Not have to do it, but I thought firstly it'd be interesting. And secondly, I feel like there's gonna be some things that come through, maybe not in this read, maybe in the next one. But let's see, I do think that there's gonna be something coming through, but I think there might be something else that comes through next time. I'm just Palo Santin because I've done some readings and channeling. So way before the few days ago where there was this thing, I don't know if you've seen it, in terms of Britney apparently said that she fell pregnant with Justin's baby, but she wanted her to have abortion, so she did have abortion, and it was one of the most painful things. I don't know if painful in terms of the procedure or she meant in terms of actually having to abort a child, because I've not really looked into it. Now, I don't know when, it might have been 2 weeks ago, I did a JT video and I was like, he's going to be in the news. It's not only when the book comes out, because I would not have expected there'd be leaking of the book. And so I said he'd be in the news, and I said it would be around a couple of things. The news, very strongly, and also there's maybe going to be something around his health. I do feel something else as well. So and also I mentioned at the time in the book he will come into the news as well around for the book. Now I do know that due to Colin Farrell and Justin Timberlake, the book was delayed because they asked for some things to be taken out, and Britney honoured that. So either this element he didn't mention to take out because he didn't think it would be a big deal given that they were really young, or she said, you know, this is one of the things that really impacted me, you know, it's one of the things that's really been painful and caused my trauma. And there's 3 parts on Britney Spears that I see readers in terms of energy. If you've not seen them, I'd start from part 1 on why I'm reading on Britney. There's part 1, part 2, there's an interlude, and then there's part 3. And then there's a separate one for Justin Timberlake in terms of spirit pushing me that I need to read on him. And listen to my psychic that he's coming into the news. So what I'm going to see today is what was his energy back then? What was her energy? And I might have a third question. Now, I am a bit worried because sometimes when you don't have intentions to put someone in the forefront of news, and you do, and then, you know, like now maybe there's a lot of celebrity people on YouTube talking about Britney exposing Justin. There might be tarot readers reading on it. There might be tarot readers using conspiracy decks. There might be celebrities that are patching pictures from here, celebrity readers that are patching, or broadcasters patching pictures from here. Do you know when you make it a bit more like clickbait? So that can get out of hand, and if she sees that, I wonder if that's just going to be too overwhelming, especially with other things that might come out in her book. We're closing to that date. Now, the interesting thing, I think she's doing it on the 28th. The 28th is a lunar eclipse, a very powerful day. Very powerful day. I wonder if she's been advised to do it on that day, coming to think of it. Very powerful day. So, you know, if I was her friend, I'd actually be, it's fine, you know, even if you were to, if someone came out, you know, I'd say, look at this celeb, when they winked at somebody, they were told that they were cheating, and that, you know, for a whole 2 weeks, it was the main news and bigger than it is. Just, you need to ignore it. Your intention was that. Say your intention was that. A lot of people know that. And you have a right to voice what your story was. So I'm worried if it sets her back, especially if she doesn't have someone to tell her that, where she becomes really overwhelmed and she, you know, she might isolate. Now, in the last reading, you might remember I said, you know, a lot of people failed to see that when she had that mental breakdown with her hair, it was more or less lock her up, she's gone crazy. I said nobody really looked at what was happening behind the scenes, and it'd be interesting to see if it was at the time of the abortion or just after. I doubt it was before. So yeah, and it really just tell you, you know, the times when I ignore my psyche to do readings. It's not that I ignore and don't trust it, it's just that I don't get the time to do readings, or I'll do it on Patreon, or basically I don't do it because I'm trying to juggle other stuff and content to put up. But I know that the people that come to me are going to be in the news or whatever I do. And so with JT, it was just constant. And I decided, you know, this time I'm going to listen. I've got a few minutes to spare, and I'm going to do that. So let's look at, dear Spirit, can you show me at the time when Britney Spears and Justin were together and she fell pregnant and he asked for the abortion, how was he feeling? How was Justin Timberlake feeling at the time of hearing Britney was pregnant? To be honest, I think I know what he's going to be, you know, sort of going in. But let's see the cards and then I'll say. At the time of Britney being pregnant and asking for the abortion, what was his feeling? What was Justin Timberlake's feeling? Sometimes these cards get really heavy. So at the time of the abortion, Knight of Cups here, he was in love with her, okay? He felt he was really young, and I don't know why I'm getting his feeling now that he was young at that time to know what decision to make, but the judgment of the decision he made, he didn't see everything clearly. He just saw that he was young and his career was very vibrant. He was more mature in his relationship, like he was playing a more responsible role, and a loving role in his relationship. And to make that clear judgment, he needed that mental clarity. He felt like it would actually leave him sort of isolated out in the cold, and I can't help but feel this is Britney as well. And it could cause also something with his career. Now, I do feel like there was an involvement of a mother figure here to help them decide. So it could have been involvement of his mother, somebody's mother, or a mother figure, or a female was involved in terms of helping the decision and weighing up the priorities. So it wasn't just him. But there's definitely something around his judgment, not seeing everything clearly. Yeah, so, you know, his intuition was speaking to him a little bit. And this is where he was like, I'm also quite young. Like in this relationship, he's playing this role, okay? He is in this role, but in his career, he's sort of, it's fresh, it's great, it's still like at its high time, it's still at the passion. And here he's kind of like, trying to make a judgment call from a young perspective. He was young, and there was his intuition speaking to him, which might have been quite hidden at that time. And it's not that he made the wrong or right decision, because they were both young, wasn't they? And I'm not saying what was wrong and what was right, but I'm just saying what the cards are saying, okay? and what I'm getting intuitively on trying to read the energy back then. Yeah. So what was really hidden was actually that this could have been a, I feel Britney felt like it could have been a successful family unit, celebration and leading to marriage and just celebrating with family. That's what he couldn't see, because he could just only focus on making a decision from being his younger self. And then a mental clarity comes through. And as the mental clarity comes through, he realizes that he's feeling alone in how to do this, and so was she. I feel like they both stopped talking for a moment. Like, do you know when you say a news and then you both like have an argument and you stop talking for a few days? And I feel like they both felt like at either end quite isolated and left alone. And that's when maybe he had some counseling from a mother figure in terms of making the decision. How was Justin Timberlake feeling about the abortion, about his decision? How was he feeling about his decision? Spirits tell me, how was he feeling towards Britney at that time? Okay, how was he feeling? Okay. How was he feeling towards Britney at that time? So this will be when she got pregnant, and she told him. I don't know like how exactly she told him, stuff like that, because I haven't looked into it, and I obviously haven't read the book. Is anyone buying the book? I do want to read it. I don't know how much the book is going to be. So how does he feel about Britney? There was 2 cups, so it's a partnership. There was love there. We can see that there was love there. I'm not going to say there wasn't. Okay, it was a relationship that they were working on, and they did work on, because they were working hard on their careers. Okay, and you know, he needed the time to reflect. He felt like he was feeling towards Britney that he needed to isolate himself. He needed time to reflect on what would be a 10 of Cups if they had the baby, and of course of his their togetherness. Okay, and trying to get that guidance, which is the Judgment and the High Priestess coming in. How did he feel towards Britney? Lovers. So he did love her. Okay, how did he feel towards the abortion decision he made? How did he feel towards the abortion decision he made? How did he feel about the abortion decision? You know, there would have been pressure, a lot of pressure from the music industry, the people he was with, like if he has this baby, etc. And then if he did have a figure, a mother figure, disclaimer, this is allegedly for entertainment purposes only. This is use of divination to read, and use your own discernment of fact finding, and this is allegedly my opinion using divination. How did he feel about deciding on telling her to have the abortion? How did he feel about deciding to tell her about abortion? Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands. It was a burden to tell her because he did love her. Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Queen of Cups. Empress. So he knew that it was a burden to tell her, Britney, the Queen of Cups and the Empress is Britney. He felt like felt like the decision was really needed to continue with the success they were having. As I'm saying that, I feel like he had deep overwhelm. Like I feel really a deepening of the heart and the gut of the solar plexus right now. But I feel like he felt like it was a burden to tell her. It was a really heavy burden, a decision. And he knows that at the same point, I felt like, I know a lot of tarot readers say no, but I feel like he did have a little bit of joy there because he loved her, but I feel like he also got overwhelmed. He got overwhelmed to tell her, and he felt it a real heavy burden to tell her because he did have love for her. And with the Ace of Wands is that delivery of the news of the breakthrough. And then also this is the Sun with this is the birthing is the child. So in terms of like what would be, you know, normally good news was actually a difficult news to tell her to do in terms of the abortion. Let's look at Britney at that time. Britney at the time of the abortion, please, Spirit. Britney. Britney at the time of the abortion, please, Spirit. Britney at the time of the abortion, please, Spirit. Britney at the time of the abortion, please, Spirit. First two cards, King of Cups, Nine of Wands, feeling quite defensive, feeling like, you know, she's had to have her guard up, a bit wounded. This is about trauma, trying to resiliently keep going. Father figures Cancer, so I want to see what else comes out in terms of that. The World is the end of a chapter and needing to start a new chapter. And the Six of Swords, knowing she has to move away from it. Can I clarify the King of Cups, please? I wonder if this is how she saw Justin, you know, sort of the emotional figure of her life. But I wonder if her father was also involved. Not in the decision, but what on earth was he doing? King of Cups, yeah, Cancer. Her father was involved in some way. I wonder if he was telling her that it would sort of end your career. Yeah, you know, it also is going to take a lot of work for you both. We got this card when we were looking at the energy between them, and a lot of inner strength. A lot of inner strength needed to move forward and let it go. Don't know why I'm getting like the baby would have been a Leo. Britney at the time of the abortion, please, Spirit. Just really feeling she needs time out, she needed healing. I think it looks like it was a procedure, like it wasn't a procedure, it wasn't the day after kind of pill, obviously it wasn't, but I think it was she needed rest and she needed healing after it. A lot of inner strength was needed. And she was really questioning the beliefs, her beliefs, and also in her mind about this, and just knowing she needed to surrender and accept what was needed to happen, or what happened with having the abortion. Okay, I've got a question, let's see. I don't know, like, when did this, so what was Crimea River all about? Did he cheat and then she cheated, but then he did the Crimea River so that, I don't know what, or maybe she cheated after the abortion. I asked, did Justin cheat on Britney? And I asked for 3 cards, but I've pulled an extra. And I asked for a wands card. And there's no wands here. Because I think people were saying he cheated, so she cheated. And I think people, I dare say that people out there are probably saying, that he is a cheater, etc. But look at this. None of that is wands, but also there is heartbreak there. It's like there was soulmate energy. Too many cards. I've got a wands for Britney, but I'm gonna, because a lot of cards came out, I'm gonna do it again. One more. Yes, she did. According to this, she did. Okay. Now that could be after the abortion, after he maybe disconnected from her, but they had not broken up, and it was a retaliation. But I've got wands here again. Ace of Wands, 7 of Wands. So I think there's a lot of probably that Justin, you know, is a dark person, etc. I do feel like there's a bit of a control element with him, so I am going to be doing further reading on him. But there's more to him, and I will tell you in another reading. Right, what are we going to ask now? Or are we going to leave it here? I'd love to know what her parents were like. Did they know? Oh, did her parents know? They might not have known at the time, you know. Did her parents know about her being pregnant? Did her parents know about her being pregnant? So this is before the abortion. Did they know about her being pregnant? Not about the abortion. Did they know she was pregnant? Okay, so I get a no, I get a maybe, and I get a yes. It's funny, when I was asking the cheating card, I felt like Spirit was saying, don't ask the question, like, I think that's also because I don't like to put things out there, but okay. So I don't think she informed them straight away. I think it was later. When she knew that she had to do the abortion, or she was asked to do the abortion, and there was heartbreak. They sensed a change in her energy, like she became a bit surrendered. It could actually be her sister that knew, actually. Yeah, her sister. Okay. Well, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Short and sweet for this one. Not too short. 28 minutes. That's good. And I'll see you in the next one. Check out the readings in the playlist. Check out whatever content you're interested in. I look forward to your comments, and we can do other energy check-in readings as well. So look out for those, and take care, and bye for now.